Okay, so last week I was going to upload a video about mental health, about Alzheimer's, and all that stuff. Then the video footage got deleted. Thank you for that phone. Okay, so basically what I was talking about is dealing with someone who has Alzheimer's. You hear that, truck? We're at the old house right now because we're still technically, we paid through the end of the month before we move over to my grandparents' house. So we're just packing boxes, moving them as we go. So when we get to U-Haul, we'll just have big stuff. Well, what I was talking about is dealing with someone who has Alzheimer's, and when they get to the point where you now have to take this grown person who has always made their decisions on their own, always done stuff for themselves, and make their decisions for them, and make sure things are done in the way they need to be done because they can no longer do it. And it's sad, and it's awful, especially with my grandfather being this way, because this man has always done things for himself. Always, as long as I've known, like, he is the father figure that we never had, and it's because of my birth father, who is a whole different story time that would probably not be able to be put on YouTube. But so we didn't have him growing up, so my mom, who was probably the greatest woman I've ever known in my entire life, and we had my grandpa and my uncles, my great uncles, like all of them. So we had those good male figures in our lives, and to watch my papa go down this road of not remembering me, and, you know, pretty much telling my mom that he doesn't have any kids, or telling me that he doesn't have grandkids, or, you know, stuff like that. And then there's funny times, because I do everything, I deflect everything with humor. And there was a time that we came in the house a couple weeks ago, and it was hot in there. We were moving stuff, it was hot. And he had the heat on. And I was like, Papa, why you got the heat on? He's like, well, it's cold outside. I said, okay, we just let it go. It won't that cold outside. He went outside to check the mail. He come back in. He was like, oh, why y'all got it so hot in here? Sir. And then one day, my hair usually looks like this most days because I don't straighten it. And this is just its natural state. And he was like, oh, your hair look crazy. Is it because it's red, Papa? Because I had just dyed it. And he was like, no, you didn't brush it. I did brush it. It's just fluffy, Papa. He was like, well, you need to get that under control. I said, you need to cut your hair. Because his hair, he's letting it grow out. It's got a cowlick right here. He's letting it grow out. He said, ain't nothing wrong with my hair. I'm not cutting my hair. I said, well, I'm not brushing mine. So it's just little things that you have to, like, if he calls me somebody else's name, I answer. Like, because my feeling is, I get mad when somebody asks me to remember something I can't, and I have a healthy brain somewhat, but I get mad when I can't remember those things. So you're asking someone to remember something that he physically, mentally can't. So why would you do that? So I don't try to make him remember. I answer to whoever he calls me. If he says he don't have grandkids, okay, I'm a stranger from up the street. I come down to see how you was doing. It hurts, but it's just something we have to deal with. So, yeah, it's fun. But, my uncle doesn't really want us to talk about it, like me and my sister or anybody else, because he's like, it's my dad, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, he's also my grandpa. Like, he's my papa. Like, yeah. I'm entitled to be able to put my feelings out there about this man that has helped raise me, you know? So, and I would never speak ill of my papa, ever speak ill of him, or my grandmother, my nanny. I would never. And she's having a hard time, and I've had to talk her through a panic attack, and I'm not good with people with mental health issues. I'm not. My husband has them, and like, depression-wise is what I'm talking about, like depression and anxiety, because my mom has anxiety and depression, my sister has it, my nanny has it, my husband has it. I think I have a little bit of depression, but I don't take medicine for it, but still. So, like, I'm not good with people like that. So I try, because I have my own mental breakdowns, and I have to deal with them, and I had one last week. I spazzed on my mom, didn't mean to, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't even mad at her. That's the horrible part. I wasn't mad at her, but I took it out on her. And I felt like he total crap for it. But, yeah, so I will come back on here a couple more days and probably get this to a good amount of video and then, see how everything's going. Okay, so today is Saturday, and I wanted to finish up the vlog yesterday, but I didn't feel good yesterday. Oh God, I felt horrible yesterday. So, what has my week been? We're moving into my grandparents' house, which is, of course, we already know that. So we've been taking loads of stuff in the car every time we ride down here. And then we're getting a U-Haul today to get the big stuff. Bubba ended up getting the flu on like, okay, so Thursday he got out of school early. Friday he was sick, but not like sick. He was running like a fever. Wait a minute. No, Thursday night he spiked a fever of 104.5. It was 103 point something when Tessa called me and said, hey, where's the medicine? I told her they couldn't find it, and instead of her calling me back, that's my sister, instead of her calling me back saying, hey, we can't find the medicine, we need to take him to the hospital, she waits till his temperature is 104.5, calls me and it's like, hey, you're on standby, right? It was like almost 12 o'clock at night. She's like, you're on standby, right, to come get Bubba if his fever gets any higher? And I'm like, what is it? She's like, 104.5. I said, no, I'm on my way. Because I was staying at the house in Draper just because our stuff's there. We didn't want to leave it. And Mama's been staying down here at Nanny's house because, I'll just tell you, the other house, it had some black mold in it. And black mold is kind of easy to get rid of. You get Clorox and spray it. Can't none of us breathe around Clorox. So with her breathing and the babies, they decided to stay down there. It was just easier for them, and it feels like home to her, so she's more relaxed there. But so they were down there. So I get up, it's like almost midnight. I can't find my daggone jeans because I told Joey, pick out my jeans, get my jeans out so I can have them, because I was so tired that night. I was like, can you find my jeans so I can go ahead and go in the morning when it's time for us to take you to work, because he had to go to work at 6. Well, I'm looking everywhere for these jeans that he laid out for me, and I can't find them. So I'm snapping my fingers, waking him up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And he's like, what is happening? I'm like, I'm taking Bubba to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. And he laid back down because it didn't register with him. So I get down here, and Bubba all the way, he tells me, don't speed, don't speed, don't speed. Okay, I sped to get him, but when he's in the car, I did not. I sped getting him. But on the way here, he would watch the speedometer, and he would check the little signs to see what the speed limit was. And I was not speeding because he's really scared of that stuff. He's been in a car wreck before. So I get him to the hospital. Then Joey messages me and is like, what's Papa going to the hospital for? Blah, 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 blah. So I tell him, turns out he has the flu. We figured that out, and we got home about 3:55. I got home about 3:55 that morning. Then Joey had to go to work at 6. So that was the eventful part. Now he's fine, he's clear, he's over it. He went back to school Wednesday. Good time. But now we're having a yard sale. I'm actually running really late. It starts at 8:30, it's 8:24. And well, my uncle and his wife called me this morning like 6 something because they ran out of gas. Fine, cool, whatever. But then when they did that, I slept through my alarm. So I'm headed there now. I had to load up more stuff in this car, so that took a little bit of time. But I'm headed down there now to get everything done. And then my husband has to be working at 11, so either I or my stepdad will take him. We're not sure yet. But that is my week. That is how everything has happened. It has been frantic, flailing like a duck. Okay, so I heard this analogy on Shane Dawson's new conspiracy video, the one that's like a movie. Like, you need to watch that if you haven't. Go to Shane Dawson's page. It's his most recent video. He will have another one up Monday. He'll have part 2 of it up. I'm telling you, you need to watch that one. But he said this analogy that's like ducks, okay? So when you look at a duck, it's so calm on top of water, so serene. Nothing's bothered them. But if you look just below the surface, their feet are flailing. They can't figure it out. They're going to drown. They got to get going. And that's how I have felt this week. Like a duck, I look like I'm doing fine, but just underneath the surface, I am going to go insane. But yeah, so I'm headed out there today to my grandma's to get this yard sale done. Nanny and Papa wanted to come down, but Papa got the flu, so we don't think he'll be down. So at least we hoping he'll stay home because he's sick, you know. We want him to be getting well and stuff. So I'm headed on down here, and that is my Saturday, and I will hopefully have this video up within the next couple hours. And yeah, so I hope everyone has had a great week, and I just love venting to y'all. This makes me feel better about everything that's going on. So leave in the comments below if you've ever dealt with anything like mental health issues, you know someone who has, you know someone who has had Alzheimer's or has it, someone who has dementia, stuff like that. And that's one of the worst diseases I think there is. Yes, cancer is horrible, and my stepsister had leukemia. I know it's horrible. My best friend has cancer. I know, but at the end of the day, Alzheimer's is taking, and I know I don't say it right, it's not got a T in it, it's Alzheimer's, but it's taking these memories away from somebody. And that, how do you remember your life? It's all memories, like all of it's memories. I just dropped something. Shit. I got drink everywhere. God bless it. Okay. Anyway, so this is just taking all of his memories away. Like, there's times he doesn't remember anyone, and that's awful, to just sit there and not be able to remember your life and to be a self-sufficient grown man who's always done things for himself, and now he don't want to, but they have to make decisions for him, and they have to do things for him. And how do you go from that to that, you know? So I really do believe this is one of the worst diseases there is out there. But go ahead and like this video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Sometimes my videos are entertaining. Sometimes they're like this. I'm a frantic person. Everything I do in life is frantic. So, yeah. Y'all have a great week.